After every student has written the on their board, then I go to mine and I write the on my board. They are not copying. It's when they're all finished writing, then I write it up on my paper because I need to show them how to write a sentence, so I need to be writing this sentence along with them. I put a star underneath my first word, and now what do? I point to the first box and I say, we need to put our pencil on the star. Put your pencil on the star. That's the beginning of the sentence. Say your sentence. The rat got wet. Let's hop. That means I need to touch the word. Watch this. I'm going to touch the and say the. Ready? The. Now I'm going to hop. Rat. Oops, stop. Rat's not there. I need to write it. Everybody go back. Put your pencil on the star. So now the students have their pencil on the star. Say your sentence. The rat got wet. Now let's touch the words. Ready? Go. The rat. Stop. Is rat there? No. Choose. Is rat a snap word or is that a slow-mo man? Slow-mo man word. Get your slow-mo man ready. Say rat. Go. Rat. I put my finger hat on my words and I tell the boys and girls, now let's say the word even slower with each sound. Ready? R-at. Do it again. R-at. Do it again. R-at. We need to write this first one. Ready, everyone? Go. R. Now I point to their ABC charts. They have their ABC chart in front of them. I'll point up at a large chart and say, R. Is that like rainbow or is that like house? Which one matches R? Rainbow. What color letter are we going to write? The green one. We always write the green unless we know the rule. So they go over and now they're going to write the R on their paper. I'm not writing it on mine. And right before they write it, I need to say, boys and girls, where are you going to write that word? Are you going to snuggle it with the, or do you need to move over? Move over. So now we put our R there. Let's go back and we know we got the R. So now I'm going to move my hat here. Let's say the word rat again. Slow-mo man it, go. Rat. Touch your fingers, go. R. Ah. Stop. Ah. Again, I go to my chart. Is that like apple or is that like milk? Which one matches ah? Apple. That's the letter A. Which one do we write? Red or green? Green. Where do we write the A? Do we move it over or snuggle it up? Snuggle it up. So now the kids write the A. Say the word rat. Slow-mo man it. Rat. Let's touch our fingers. This time we're going to say we're going to find the last sound. Ready? R-a-t. Is that like tooth or is that like goat? T. Which one matches? Which one's the same? Tooth. That's the letter T. Say T. T. Green or red? Green. Write it down. Far away or snuggled? Snuggled. And we write it down. After they write it down, then I take my finger hat and I go rat, rat, r, and I write down the R. R-a, and then I write down the A. Now I'm going to move to this one, R-at, and then I write down the T. So I model it quickly after they had just done that. Boys and girls, put your pencil on the star. That's the beginning of the sentence. So they would put their pencil on the star, and I would put it on mine. Now say the sentence. The rat got wet. Now we hop. Watch me, and I'll model it first. The rat got. Oh, got's not there. We need to figure out how to write that. Is that a snap word or a slow-mo man word? Slow-mo man word. Let's say it slowly. Now let's go back and do it again before we even do our slow-mo man. Everybody, so the kids put their pencil on the star, and I just say the steps. If you need to model so that they can kind of watch you do it, do that. Ready? Put your pencil on the star. That's the beginning of the sentence. Say your sentence. The rat got wet. Hop. The rat got. So now you're watching the kids hop from one word to another, stopping. Got. Is that snap or slow-mo man? Everyone show me. Slow-mo man. Say got. Ready? Got. Slow-mo man it. Go. Got. Let's tap our fingers. Ready? G. Ot. Got. Now I'll take my finger hat. We need this one. Go. G. Is that like goat or is that like milk? Which one matches G? Goat. That's the letter G. Everyone say G. G. When you write it down, are you writing it in the word rat or do you move over? Move over. Let's say the next part. We're going to move our finger hat. Everyone say got. Got. Slow-mo man it. Got. Now tap your fingers. G. Ah. Is that like octopus or is that like duck? Octopus. That's the letter O. Red or green? Green. Far away or snuggled? Snuggled. Let's find the last sound. Say the word. Got. Slow-mo man it. Got. Tap your fingers. G. Ah. T. Is that like tooth or is that like lollipop? Which one matches t? Tooth. Red or green? Green. Far away or snuggled? Snuggled. And what you will find is you are now just telling them what they need to be thinking in their brain. Snuggle the letters up. Space the letters. How to say the word. Got. How to slow-mo man it. Got. Then how to segment each sound and stop at the next sound they hear and write it down. What you'll find is you're just going to try to remind them in their head what they should be thinking as good writers. This is a very, very direct, systematic instruction type lesson. Once they finish the word got, then you go up and you say, watch me, boys and girls, got, got, g, g, ah, g, ought. And I write it down quickly, modeling how to segment. Boys and girls, go back, put your pencil on the star, say your sentence. The rat got wet. Hop to each word. The rat got wet. And now we're going to do wet. Choose. Is that a snap or a slow-mo man word? Everyone show me. So now the kids will either show me this or they'll show me this. And now they should all be like that. Wet. So say the word, wet. Wet. Now let's touch our fingers. Ready? Wet. So you can model those physical cues and say each sound as you segment. And they say it with you as they touch their fingers. Now let's go back and we're going to write the first one we hear, the first sound we hear. Say wet, wet. Slow-mo man, wet. Ready? Woo. Is that like wagon or is that like house? Which one matches? W, wagon. That's the letter W. Say W. Let's write it down. So we write down the W. And we're going to then say the word again. Wet, wet. I move my hat to the middle. Let's touch our fingers. Go. Stop. Is that like elephant or is that like milk? Elephant. That's the letter E. Far away or snuggled? Snuggled. And then we're going to do our last one. Wet. 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 Is that like tooth or is that like lollipop? Tooth. That's the letter T. Red or green? Green. Then we write down the T. I go back. I model the whole thing. Wet. 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 Just like they did, but at a quick rate. We finished writing our sentence. Now we need to go back and add our capital and put our stop, our period. So I'm teaching this to the students. You will find as you do more and more of these lessons, they will start putting the capital at the beginning of the sentence right when they write it. At this emergent level, when students have been writing sentences and going back and fixing the capital and the period or the stop at the end of the sentence, once they've learned this process, probably about 4 or 5 different lessons, then what you'll start doing is when they write the first word down, not at the end of the lesson, but right as they write the first word down, you want to say, boys and girls, you're going to be writing the first word. What do you need to do? Capitalize it. Make sure you have that capital. What color is the capital? Red. So it needs to be the red letter. Make sure that you put that into your lesson. At first, you need to teach capitals and stops after they write the sentence because it makes more sense that way to them. So we go back, we finish writing the rat got wet, and then I'm going to say to the kids, now let's sing our capital and stop song. Every sentence has a capital, every sentence has a stop. Every sentence has a capital, every sentence has a stop. Capital, stop, capital, stop. What does every sentence have, everyone? A capital and a stop. Our capital, those are the red letters. Those are those big letters. Everyone say red, big, red, big. And what does every sentence start with? A big letter, the red letter. It's the capital. So we're going to go over here and look at the first letter. What letter is that, everybody? A T. Let's go to our T box. Which letter did we write down? Oh no, we wrote the green letter. Instead, what do we need to do? Every sentence needs to start with what color? The red letter, the capital. So we go back to our sentence. I will go around and I will erase the kids' T, the lowercase t, for them to write a capital. So as I erase it, I'll say, this is the green T. What color T do you need? And they need to be pointing to the red T on their alphabet. So they'll point to the red T on their alphabet to show they know which one they need to write. And then you'll be erasing theirs. You're going to go around, and there could be 16 kids. You're doing this quickly. Show me what color T you need to write. Everyone points to it. And you're erasing their T's as they write out the capital T. Why are you erasing it? Because having these pre-emergent writers grab an eraser, erase their paper, it gets ripped. I don't know where the eraser is. It becomes a real major event. If you erase the T's, it's much faster. After they've written down their T, you go over, you erase yours, and you write your capital T. At the end of a sentence, we said every sentence has a capital and every sentence has a stop. So what do we need at the end of our sentence? We need to have a stop, and that's going to be a period. So I model that to the kids. They go to their page and they put their period. Later in the year, as I start introducing question marks and exclamation points, then we can start adding that to what stops are. But at first, I just teach the period. Once the kids have their sentence down, then they draw their picture. So I could leave this group and pull another group of kids while they're drawing their picture.